Alright, hello again, welcome back. I'm going to continue just where I left off, so this time I don't need to listen to my own voice messages to myself, hopefully. But for everyone else's sake, we are connecting everything on a 4 megatile map, and 1500 towns done, 5500 industries, very little done. Actually, it's a huge map, and even though this is episode 86-ish, this will take pretty much ages. So what I did the last time, which luckily wasn't that long ago, for me anyway, was trying to make my mind up about connecting all this ports. And how much do we have here? 600. Okay. So core lines, we connected that one. As in, like, there's a plane coming. Nope, that is not one. There's some stuff on my laptop screen. Anyway, well, let's make use of this. So where's the other airport? That's a big one. There's nothing here. Also, whatever runs here, it needs a duplication. It goes that way. So you're all losing me money because question mark. Iron ore, empty. Hold up. I am curious because something really doesn't add up here. Where's the other one? Because the fact that both of these are losing significant amounts of money is just weird. We go through ironstone. I'm going to keep an eye on what's going on here. That comes in, picks up, and leaves. Because this is obviously not working. I think we can establish that part. That does whatever it does, picks up, and goes to flying duck. Come on. And we obviously need a third one, but I'm more interested in the fact as to why it takes so incredibly long to get around anything. So what was happening with 334? That comes in now. You're broken down. Flying duck. And these trains go way too long. Then you make 300k. I don't get this. So anyway, what will happen is that we're going to start utilizing this airport a little more. So I think there's engineering supplies, but not much. There's a lot of crates here, so let us secure this. No, not that. You guys are shockingly making money. Where are you going? So this is still normal for some reason. Whereas this is not. What's the range on this thing? I don't want waterways. I want small airport. Commuter. Yeah, that's not going to help. No airport. Small. Shut up. Okay. So that's one less of an issue, and then a bit more. I don't think. I don't think I can put down too many. They do get itchy about this. Okay, let's do it differently then. We'll put it here and just clone one of these, drop, pick up, come here and transfer. I don't know why I'm pausing. And then here we get 7, 7. And then whatever stops here needs to seriously double up, which is I think the one that we were looking at a moment ago. Yeah, to start here. And whatever is coming here needs to double up. Okay, fine. That should do the trick. This is not being dealt with at all. Which is just weird because, you know, there's a port here, sort of thing. You know. You know. So, how's that going? Take most of the engineering supplies to someplace over here. That's gung ho. Go out of me way. That's already being taken care of. I think I don't know if I need to hook this in here. Gung Ho, not interested. Definitely Gung Ho. Normal. Definitely Gung Ho. Normal on 400, that's impressive. Change my mind, obviously. So in that case, these guys will probably need to double up a little. And because these are made to be... Are you on full load? No, you're not. We established this is Gung Ho. We established that these are definitely not. Lol. Now the only thing I need is an actual plane coming in here. Not this one. Where was it? It was here. And that's a transfer again. Make a second one and get going. Okay, at least these are making some money. Then I can try to do what is the same idea here if the town lets me. Like, okay, yeah, I can, because that uses both, which is good. Good thing with intercontinental airports, they're just capable of handling a lot of traffic. Sorry, apologies. And I think what I want is get some more trains in here because there's already 8 which are losing some serious amounts of money and 4 that are a little better. Why don't we get on with the 5th one? Then see how things go. This is why I wanted to get on with the engineering supplies first, because it's much easier, famous last words, to get production up and running first and then take it away than the other way around. Also, it's just a bit of variety. So the other thing I want to know, okay, we're slowly declining, which is fine. What is going on? It wasn't this. It was one of these. There's still literal thousands of tons here. And I think we established that clay is not a mineral, so it should be good. Visually speaking, that is. Stations. I don't think I can change the station while there are trains. Can I? No, I can't. Although at 200, I think it should start showing. No, it's not that either. Mineral? What is clay? Neither goods nor... No, whatever. I think I hacked it here. Or did I not? That's engineering supplies. Clearly not. Ladies and gentlemen, clay is nothing. Okay, you guys are losing some serious amounts of money. Let's lose more. Then you have stuff coming this way against traffic. I think that's part of the issue. Some of these trains basically go the wrong direction because they're stupid, or more precisely, I was stupid to set them up in such a way. That's fine. Okay, you go off that way, that's okay. I'm just looking for any more of these slight hiccups. In hopes that I find none. Okay. Let's focus on what we're doing and have a look at unrelatedly. Due to waiting cargo, we have engineering supplies, car. We have a lot of car. That's because our boats are carrying hell only knows where. Yeah, that was expected. Because this is now gung-hoing. I remember this one. This is a trap because there are actually enough trains here. And I think this is kind of the same where it says it's full, but it's only 900. That I just dealt with. Hopefully, play. I don't care that much. This a little more interesting. Rating, good. I have a whole bunch of scrap. So I think this is one of those where things come in and then get transferred out. I'll leave it for now. Okay, let us keep moving. Move on. Okay, so this has been drained. And it's unlikely to get much more. You're enhanced. You're precisely, I can't see enhanced, and you're enhanced. Everyone's enhanced, which is not good enough. I cannot just randomly get more stuff in here because I don't think I have any good metal work, so we'll have to do. Good China clay food. I mean, that's sad. We can get more clay because there's the obvious element of there's an absolute shed load of it. Which is what these guys are supposed to be dealing with. And we don't bring any here. Great work. Marvelous. More to the point, we're not bringing any here. I mean, engineering supplies, although I don't think this matters too much because these guys go into clay, goes here, and this is gung-ho. So we can't gung-ho it any further. So now we have. Why do I know I have 2 cans of food coming in here? It's fine. Let's make things worse. Yeah, that's the problem with boats. They're horrendously slow, but I can timetable them, which is a bit of an offset. Glass works, sand and chemicals. So I could actually just get the sand in here and the chemicals from here, which is something I might actually just do. So you take engineering supplies. What else? Yeesh. I think they can still come through here. Well, there you go. So if I do something like this, nah, it's either going to have to be a train station or a dock, obviously, but um, what building must be demolished? Where's the building? What building? So if I do, I don't think I have sand ships. I'd be a bit surprised if we did. New group, sand. O1 sand, small. Let's repurpose something. So new ship, sand, you are now a sand ship. And then we should have chemicals. that's how we're going to do this. Chemicals. I want to do medium because I probably have nothing else to use. Go, or not yet go. What the distance? And then that should, I actually lost of the track where we were, but hey ho. So now we'll be generating a fair bit of stuff, chemicals, I mean, goods. So if I get just a medium one for now, except I actually need to put down some form of a road station capability here, sharp state, go to sharp state and come here. It will get itchy because it can't actually get there. So having the terms on the same line as the vehicles is very stupid, so we'll deal with that in a moment. Don't know what the point of that was. Lol. Actually, this is needed because the town needs it. Sure. So that should hopefully make things a little better. Why are we doing so poorly? Chemical sand? Chemical. I think it's because they haven't actually started hauling gas. We're going now. This is more than 0, which is what we wanted. Gung ho. Gung ho. There's no point in making it any more gung ho-y. See how much this produces. If we have too much of an abundance, I can always hold them out. Fish, I don't care. More out of curiosity, this is on normal. Not enough. I'm curious, what does that do? Okay, interesting. Can I do that on this? Yes. It might be useful for me for something else. Okay, I'll try to supply at least some. Yeah, that's the thing. Gems get stuck because yeah, this is not good. Because the talks are too slow. That should be better. Also, I don't really know why we're doing this. This is equivalently stupid. So now they should hopefully go on that path because they're coming from someplace here. I know there are new GIS for different types of roads and like speed and all that crap, but yeah, I think I have enough on my plate. Okay, so we're doing ports. I'm tempted to believe that these are officially sorted. This one is doing something, which is close enough. Interesting. So this is gung ho, and yet we're still having 0 counts of stuff. Whereas here, I don't have 0 counts of stuff. I need more trains. Holy, I want lobster. Started lobster, and you started lobster. Cool. Again, these are in the same path as the trains, which is not good. Where are you all going? I have no idea what I did here. Probably more precisely why I did that. Yeah, that's expected. Just put down the fucking bridge. Again, why are you crossing a tram bridge? Can't do that, can I? I have no idea. I'll hook it in here, but I don't think it needs to be. I know there's an overlap, but you'll have to live with that. You are still doing it though. There's a lot of steel here. Always a lot of steel here. $4 million. I mean, I wonder if the money is going to overflow at some point. What is that? I think what I wanted was this, which still makes precisely zero sense. Yeah, they have to wiggle out a bit, but don't know if it makes any actual difference. Nope. They seem to like it the other way around. Okay. So on the note of ports, we said this is being dealt with, that was being dealt with. This was being sent stuff, except it wasn't, because it doesn't even have a okay, well, let's make sure it does have, I think I have about 15-ish minutes. Hell no, I only have 6. I don't want that. So, clay pit, none here, of course. I knew that. Haha. Like, we don't explicitly need clay, but it makes things so much easier. It's good. Most of it is being taken. Does it ever drop to 0? It does. So, how's this place doing? It still has 10,000 dot tons, so we are going to get some bigger boats. New ship, clay. Like, I could take these Yokohamas. You know what, I might? Out of curiosity. Nah, new ship, just that one. So this comes from here. I don't even know if it can go that far without a buoy. In the old game it couldn't. No, it can. Right. So O4 clay Excel. If I could type, that'd be nice. What I want is to actually timetable this. And get a few more. Because whatever we're doing at the moment is really not putting a dent on it. Apart from we now have a slightly higher takeaway rate. And what's on the other side? Can we make things better? Not really. Apart from having a shitty take-up rate. You'd better. Okay, that is not going to sort our problems per se, but I am curious, but it's just going to take so long. So we'd be better off with smaller deliveries of of clay because this is going to take a literal year to get there. So even if I'm thinking, well, let's just say I bought this in, doesn't say when. I don't think I can get that from debug. I can't do the debug stuff that well. Cargo, leave it. So introduction, no, age, that's the inter. Engine, no, that's the GIF stuff. But look, once it gets there, yeah, default. No, that doesn't do much. But this affects all games, which is to say I don't want to set it to 0 because it gets, well, here's the thing. If I do that, nah, stick to 2500 because it doesn't make any difference. I think it's still limited. I find it entirely incredible that the computer's not fast enough. I am very curious. How much time I have? Way too little. Like we're nowhere. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'll pause the recording and I'll be back when we get there. And actually, like 3 game months have passed and they're still nowhere near. So I will see. I'm just going to load back an autosave and leave it there. And June, July, current date. What? 38. I don't even know what that is. Oh, 1992. Only save. I'm supposed to be saving every 3 months. Well, in that case, you know what? I'm just going to cut it here and I'll come up with some alternative ideas. I already have one. So, yeah, that worked out magically. Not. Okay. Well, thanks for watching as always. And I have a cunning plan. You'll see it next time. In the meantime, bye bye.